Da, da, da. Temperature 100. Oh, come on. Why gotta be like that? I'm pretty sure I need more fuel, unfortunately. There's no point risking it. Hello, I think we're live. Are you there, James? Well, hello, I'm racing Formula Renault, and this is the first stream we're doing, so, you know, however it goes, if we have a nice run, that would be great. James, my teammate, is supposed to be here spotting for me, so hopefully he'll be along in just a minute. It's quite a hot track here. I really should have raced earlier in the week when I practiced, and I didn't. And that was also in cooler temperatures, so the setup's based off a colder track. And I've also just double checked the fuel, and I seem to be using more now, so all of that combined, yeah, I'm just going to go out and try and get used to the car with the extra weight in qualifying. I don't have a qualifying setup, or indeed one suitable for these temperatures, but I don't have a qualifying setup, so I'm just going to run my full setup. I can have a nice run. This is a really tricky track, car combination. It was tricky earlier in the week on a cold temperature, let alone 100 degrees. Every corner you're pretty much very narrow margin. Not much room for error. That'll be the same for everyone, so hopefully, well, two things I can do early on. Firstly is look after my car. That'll be the first thing. I added a click of rear wing to try and help with that. And secondly, try and avoid everyone else if there are any incidents early on, which there may well be. Practice just there, I was getting into the mid 121s. It was about a little bit cooler than this actually. It was 93 degrees, which I thought was warm enough. There you go. I'm not quite as on it as I was earlier in the week, but I have at least got sort of 20 odd laps in. So. James! James! Well, I don't suppose I need my spot for qualifying.
Hi, bud.
Let's try to take it easy, get a good decent lap in first of all, then see if I can push it. Very easy to get some one exits here. Car's understeering a bit more just because the change I made. I did half a pound of pressure at the front, that extra fuel, and that extra flick of rear wing which I did in practice. So. And there you go, off track. No, don't wreck it. Yeah. Right.
Keep digging, man. Haul ass, man. Come on.
Nope, I'm not going to be able to reset that either. Which I shouldn't be able to do anyway, that's a pretty arcadey feature. Alright. That's not the start we wanted. I went into that turn far too narrowly. Da, 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 da. This is going to be a tough race. It's only my fourth race in the car anyway, and I haven't raced it since Donington. So yeah. This is going to be a tough race. This is such a tough track. You're on the limit. Quite like fourth through there. I think ideally you want to be taking fifth, but I'll see how it goes. I think on the newer tyres fifth, I might switch down to fourth later on. We'll at least put a time in just to, if we can. I don't know if it will count. We'll at least put a time in just so we beat people who don't qualify. Still 3 minutes 50 left. Is that going to count as time?
Checker, right? That's
Yeah, so that's going to count as time. So at least we're going to start ahead of people who didn't set a time. Try and push a bit more on this lap back to the pits. It's very hot. I can't express that. I'm going to take it easier. That's my new approach. I think my pace has been a lot better recently, but I'm not quite taking it easy enough in the race. Letting the race come to me, I'm sort of chasing it a bit too much. Making mistakes. Are you there yet, James? James! To be fair, we didn't really arrange this. I basically said 20 minutes ago I was going to race this, stream it, and I said, do you want to come along? James said, yeah, I'll come along. So I'm sure he's got something else to be doing. He's in Discord. Doesn't matter. I'll be here all through the night. The car feels good. Since I started with this car this season, I've been running pretty stiff setups, and I'm quite happy with what I got. On pace, I was running similar to the same as I was running with other people's setups, so that was a good indication I was getting it somewhere near where I need the car to be. That's not to say that people's setups aren't better. I'm absolutely sure they are.
5, 2, 1, bingo.
Let's see the damage. Ouch. I think it would have been tough for us to get a long way up. Oh, I think we might well be in the top split. Or depending on how many people signed up. Depending on how many people signed up, we might be in the second split. We've got at least 4. But we're not very high up anyway, so we're the 21st driver out of 23 in terms of rating. Yeah, if I can have a long, solid race and finish in the top half, let's say the top 12, I'll consider that a success. I think in terms of qualifying, probably a high 21 was the best I would have been hoping for, so we're only talking about a few places. Wow.
Good evening.
Oh, hello, James.
Hello.
Welcome.
There's a spot for you.
James is going to spot for me today. I think the stream's working, James. It seemed to be. I checked it on my iPad.
I had it up, but you weren't streaming at the time. I just had to pop down for a minute. But
Well, let me double check.
Have you qualified?
I did, but I dumped it in the wall on the first lap. I managed to use the reset, and I crawled round to a 1:30, so I've beaten the 2 people who haven't qualified, or who, you know, won next both their laps. So.
You can start on the grid.
Yeah.
This first corner is fine. It's the second corner. This Druid's hairpin is where it all stacks up. Right, you'll have to remind me to do how to do this. Do I click start spotting? I don't, do I?
No, just watch me.
Okay. I think you're in the top split. Yeah, there's a load of Division 1 and 2 there, isn't there? Oh well. Let's see how we go. There's a lot of wreck avoidance in this mine, so.
Yeah, well, yeah. And I've just had to add a 0.6 of fuel because I was checking my numbers and it was pretty much bang on 5.3 gallons. And I'm not going to take the risk. So I've added at 5.9. I've got 2 problems. One is that I did all my practicing earlier in the week, which is when I should have raced. And then secondly is that I did my setup earlier in the week and all the practice sessions are about 30 degrees colder than this. So it's not really designed for this. So I've pumped up the tyre pressure a bit. I've added a bit of rear wing. So hopefully that will help.
So you're definitely going to grid? You sure?
Yeah,
Otherwise I do. You
Yeah.
I know that you don't like starting from the pits, do you?
No, you do. You like it too much. I don't mind you doing it like if you're really not comfortable or you know what I mean, or if you're uncertain or whatever. I get that, but you know, no, I'm not gonna just do it. Start from the pits for the sake of it. No.
That's fine.
Who got the pole? Have a look. What was
Mark Usher.
Mark? Here's my
Mark
traditional.
Usher, he's
Hey, nice lap, Mark, and good luck, everybody. Hopefully, we all have a good long race. Mark Usher's what?
IndyCar. He used to run an IndyCar. I think he's in the Classic Series last season.
Okay.
So I am currently on Chase Cam. Do you think that's the best one, or
Normally, Far Chase is the best one.
Fire Chase? I haven't done this for so long.
Oh, I forgot to put my other wing mirror on. Okay, sorry to anyone who finds that irritating over the broadcast. I have a left wing mirror and not a right wing mirror. I just forgot to put it back on. There you go.
You can see him in your field of view.
I can in this car, yeah. Not in the Indy car, strangely. Yeah, I'm going to take it very easily at the start here. I haven't practiced any starts today either, and it's very hot. So
You have to go a lot. I hope you got a Note 7 for Christmas. Eh?
it's a lovely thing to say to someone. That's the phone that was exploding, so they had to recall them.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a response to me or someone else or whatever, but maybe it was East second or something. Right, anyway. Run red lights,
Green flag.
and we're away.
Left side.
You go, mate. You go.
Yeah. Three wide.
Left side. Left side.
Okay. Looking ahead.
Still
This
there.
is very slippy, this, in practice, when you don't have
They are.
temperature on the
Clear,
tyres.
clear,
You
clear.
still left?
No, you clear.
Left
Stay
side.
there. Stay on that line. Okay, all clear on
Still
the
there.
hairpin.
Excellent.
Clear
Still
ahead.
there. Clear,
Clear
clear.
left. Another one diving to the inside.
I think he was there the whole time, to be honest.
Fine.
Clear.
There's another one. Renault with the one behind you.
Left side.
Dive bomb.
Still there.
That's fine. I'm just settling.
Clear, clear.
Yeah, you're alright, mate.
Yeah.
You're alright.
More of the way at the back now? Good. That's cool, I'm just going to try and settle into it. I haven't had enough practice recently to push it. This is a very tough track anyway. There's so little room for error. And on a 100-degree track, at least I'm in the top split, so hopefully these guys are pretty good.
Yeah.
You don't sound optimistic.
All clear at the minute. Nice. I haven't been racing this for quite a while. So.
Well, I got used to racing at Donington Week, did so much practice, and then I left it alone for 2 weeks. Mostly because I went away over Christmas.
We never did Okayama, did we? Right.
No.
Reckon.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you're definitely behind. You live? Double
Yeah.
check your live. Yeah, it's just a delay.
38.2.
You're about as live as I can be.
Are you alive? Oh.
At least I'm not watching on Twitch 30 seconds behind.
Yeah, that'd be good. Especially in these cars. You get away with it in like a really slow car.
30 seconds, I don't know. It's weird watching Eric stream. And,
He's off.
He's gone wide. He's fine, yep, go for it. I was just making sure he wasn't going to come back on.
In terms of pace, I was alright. I was at least average or kind of good for my division and guys around that. I was good for that. But again, that was earlier in the week. So if I can build up to that again, I'm not too bad on pace. Obviously not good enough to be at the front in the top split.
I've zoomed out from far chasing it, but I was struggling to see a bit further up the road. So. That's a lovely corner.
I like the... I'll tell you when we get there which one I like. At least in this car.
No pressure from behind.
24.3. You bastard, baby. I need 20 solid laps.
Some dust ahead.
Someone locking up.
Yeah, I think so. I backed off just a bit in case.
Thing is, I want to turn the banners off so I can see the
Careful,
screen a
there.
bit better, but I want the relative
In
off.
front of you, he's rolling.
Right, you
Drop
spin
through it.
ahead.
It's
He's
alright.
on the grass. You stay in it.
Already passed him. Well, they're going four, well not four wide, but there's a little group of four ahead of me battling pretty hard. This is where I lost it in practice. I got on the curb there and dumped it on the inside fence.
I've never done that, man.
I hadn't done it in practice until I did it in qualifying. But you know me in practice, I find it hard to slow down.
Let's just get these guys. Let's go.
So it's normally only in the
Matt
race I
Malone's
do
it is.
that. Is he good? Who's Matt Malone?
He's a streamer.
Okay. Oh, no pressure me putting the address in the chat beforehand then. Yeah.
23.6.
That's a better lap time. It's still slower than we're capable of, but for taking it easy race pace, it's not too bad.
Doesn't tell me the lap time is for Lopez.
Stay on your toes.
It said stay on your toes, but they're just backing up. Obviously, someone's out of spin.
We had a little moment.
This is the corner I like in this car.
Ooh,
Because
I
if,
hate that one.
if you nail it though, yeah, it's a little bit loose. I might just have to start taking it in fourth. But if you nail it and just cruise around, it's nice because of the downforce. I normally hate that corner, but
Very tricky. I never did that corner. That always used to go. We used to only did the Indy circuit when I raced.
yeah, how many people have professional race car drivers for their spot? Well, I say professional. Well, experienced race car drivers.
Retired.
Oh no!
He's moving, he's moving.
Successfully retired or just retired?
Stay right.
Right, yellow. Oh, good job, good job,
Ah, sorry.
good job.
Sorry.
Alright. I was not putting on that high voice. It's genuinely scary.
That was Malone, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let's let Jacob roar and get close to us, but that's fine. I don't know,
Yeah.
Jacob.
25.7.
If I push the car, I could probably do 22s at least in this weather, but I just don't want to be pushing the car right now. I just don't feel comfortable enough on the track.
There was all I could see was trees. I could see the yellow trees. And
You cut, it's a blind corner, isn't it? I mean,
When you came round the corner, I probably saw him at the same time as you did.
well, your man Jacob's let Matt through there.
Yeah. He'll be coming up on you soon.
That's fine. That's fine. What is it, the number 4 car? Yeah, I think, yeah. I'm not going to worry too much about that.
He doesn't look like he's got any damage.
It's quite an easy corner to spin at, either on entry, exit, somewhere in between.
Yeah, it is. It is. But again, to get it right, it's so cambered. I had a chance to race on the circuit, but it would have been practice at 8:30 on a Saturday morning and race at 5:30 on a Sunday night. So like, what am I
Nice.
going to do? Just like, I'm going to go home or stay or what, you know? So
There you go,
and then
22.4. It's a bit quick. Happy with that.
Matt's going to dive on you. No.
I don't think he is. He's probably going to take his time moving up after that. I'll just run my line, and if he gets inside me, that's
yeah,
fine.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Here he comes. No, no. It's fine.
I'll take the normal line if he wants to go inside. That's fine. I'm not going to block him.
Got a run on you.
Right side.
Yeah, he's got you.
Still there. Clear.
And we clear it.
That's fine.
Very wide line.
Yeah?
Oh, very wide line. Right,
From me or him?
1.5. From you.
Oh yeah, I had to leave for it.
You're plus 1.5 in the car behind.
I'm quite happy with that lap time. That was felt quite comfortable as well. So
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was pushing too crazily. So it's not going to be do me much in this split. I was thinking in practice, well, I'm kind of halfway, but at least I'm not going to be against the fast guys in the race. And here I am. That's my fault for having a good IndyCar race the other night, you know that?
Yeah, on an oval.
Yeah.
Which bumps up your road.
Makes sense.
Puts you in a top split.
Yeah.
23.4.
Right, Jacob's caught back
If
up.
anyone's curious, I think my rating is 1950 odd, something like that.
That's 0.5.
Easy now. How's my driving, James? They look good.
It's alright.
To your untrained eye. That's alright.
Just keep doing what you're doing and you won't get by you. What sort of downforce are you running?
Don't know, 31 and 15 I think.
Quite high then.
Yeah, I was running 31.14 in the cold, and then I say the temperature in practice, so
Right, looking on the inside.
that's fine. I'm not going to worry too much about that.
22.8.
No.
I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to go crazy. He was pretty calm with Matt around him, and he's been pretty calm with me so far. So I can.
Everyone seems very well behaved in this. Like,
I know. Before the race, I was thinking maybe I could sneak a top half finish. That would be the aim. But with everyone driving so well, that might be more
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah, it's cleaned up a lot. Oh, yellow.
Someone's yellow.
The car on the grass on the
That's
left.
lap car.
Just sat there. It's fine.
Just have to stay on the throttle through that corner,
Yeah, it does help.
but not too much.
No, I was always in like the third split in this when I was doing it. Got to run.
One on the
Into
right
right.
side.
On your inside. Clear.
Clear.
Go get him.
I'm going to do what I did in the IndyCar at Laguna, which is pretty much not chill out, but I'm going to take it at my pace for the first half of the race, and then I'll see where I'm at second half, and I can always push then, you know.
40.
Still got to believe if we can get this car around the whole race, we'll pick up a couple of spots.
Oh, definitely. Top 15 is what we're aiming for. You're good on fuel.
Did 22.8 last time, that's fine for race pace, I'm happy with that.
24.7.
Yeah, you're good on fuel.
Everyone who's actually in the top split normally goes, what, you happy with that? Still only my fourth race in the car, you know.
Yeah, it's not bad. I did 7 races in 1 week. First season.
That was here, wasn't it?
And I won my first ever race in iRacing in this car on this track.
Very nice.
The bottom split, but I preferred the car medium downforce. I didn't like this. Everyone runs max downforce. But I prefer the car medium downforce right here. Just the balance felt better to me. Which means nobody could pass me on the straights. I was too much quicker.
Yeah, the only one I was playing with was rear downforce, just to try and get it flick into the corners a bit more, because I tend to try and flick the car in, and that helps. But yeah, I would never take less than the max at the front here. I don't think there's not many tracks you would.
Monza.
Sure,
Montreal.
sure.
You're sticking with him.
22.8.
Lap 10.
Eh?
Lap 10.
10. Cool.
22.8. Good job.
There's a car just going into turn 1. Who's that?
It's either a lapped car. There's 2 lap cars behind you, or the leader occasionally pops up on your relative.
That wouldn't be him yet, would it? I've got Paolo 37 seconds behind, which is like half the track, so
Oh yeah, there he is.
I think the leader's probably halfway around. If they carry on that pace, they might get me by the end. I'll have to check their race pace after. It looked like the fastest qualifying pace was like 19, so what they're running in the race, I don't know. Hey, I'm going to take my visor off just because I can. Hey. I can see clearly now.
23 flat.
I think he would have been alright with fuel, you know.
It was close, yeah, for sure. It was close, I just didn't want to risk it. Especially with the race I was running.
Yeah.
If it was like my third, you know, if I was a bit more confident, comfortable going in, I might have tried it, but I did that at Donington. I had a race where I had to fuel save. Yeah, a second split race. Oop. That's
Ready.
slippy. Well, this is a very stiff setup, what with it being mine.
I've stolen it off you.
Eh?
I've stolen it off you in case I
Have you?
trying
I don't think we have much in the way of top secret setups at the minute, do we?
it. What gear are you in coming up to that corner?
Downshift to fifth through that first one, and then up to sixth quickly, and then down to fourth. Fourth through here. I hope the stream's looking alright. It's 7:20 I ended up at, so find out afterwards.
I've walked about to see it.
23.1.
23-1. 10 to go. We're more than halfway through.
Down the hill. That must be a scary hill to race in real life.
Turn 1's scary enough.
Yeah, I bet.
Especially when the back end comes round in the corner. I showed you that video, haven't I?
You are?
I showed you that video of me taking the first corner completely sideways.
Probably, but you can't hurt to see it again. Wasn't that Donington?
No.
Show me one at Donington, because you did pretty much what I did a couple of weeks ago
Yeah.
here, which was like lock up the brakes and drift it perfectly around the corner.
23 flat. We got 10 laps to go.
No, there's one here where I was turning left and around this corner. Well, you're keeping Jacob honest. You took another half a second out of him. It ebbs and flows though. You're like 2.8 down to 1.8 and he's not getting away.
It's hard to settle in. I'm sort of pretty much where I was. Some corners are comfortable, some are not.
See, I can't chat as much as you do.
Why?
Just can't. When I'm driving.
You mean you chat more when you drive?
No, I can't chat as much as you do.
Well, that's because I'm just chatting to you like you're my spotter. I'm not like, you know, trying to put on a show or something.
I got the other day and I said, I'm not talking much because I'm concentrating.
No, you're right. Normally I can't. No. Normally that's when I do that, and then you and Steve go watch it because I've gone off track or something. Only 3 off tracks so far. Mind you, I haven't been pushing very hard.
23.1.
Yeah, try actually taking that in 5th for once. There you go.
Yeah, you can stay in a higher gear there.
Oh yeah, I know. Ideally, it's just if you nail it 5th, if you're slightly off, it's worth just shifting to 4th, just to bring it into the apex. Well, I've got Jacob 2 seconds ahead, and then there's Angel Pina, who is 6 seconds ahead. So let's try and race those guys a bit.
You've got a lapped car catching you as well, but he's 5 seconds back at you.
Well, that's neither here nor there.
No,
He's not catching that quickly, is he? I don't think.
you need to be aware he might catch you by the end of the race.
Yeah, I think the leader will catch me by the end of the race.
Maybe.
Is it just the leader on his own, or is it like actually the whole pack's catching him? Or is the leader just some savant who's like 3 laps ahead of him? Sergio Alvarez says, great. What does that mean? Is that a place? Maybe he's watching our Twitch and it's a review. Probably not that.
Yeah, somebody in the pits.
Well, Mike Kings, that's the guy who was catching me.
Yeah, it is.
22.7.
Mark Usher is the second place car is 3 seconds back.
Okay, that's fine.
And then 6 to the next one, so you've got a bit of a gap.
It's nice to be getting quicker in iRacing, though I do have more than enough experience of letting people through, so it won't be a problem.
You should have all 3 on your relative then.
Yeah.
I'll keep on it.
It's pulled over.
He's
Drive
slowing
through
down.
it.
What's that all about?
Bit of race fixing going on there. That was very odd. I wonder if he's hit something. He can't have hit something. He was only right ahead of me. I didn't see him.
22.9.
Right, you're right in the ring for a bit.
Where are you going, I?
What do you mean? Oh, he's back going now.
Wonder if he must have just had an issue with his wheel or pedals or his screen or something. That's the only thing I can think. Well, try and keep that 12-second gap on him now then.
Yeah.
That was the very definition of a free place. So.
You just, you just lost throttle and
Just what?
you just lost throttle. You saw something new with no throttle and
Did it go quite suddenly? It wasn't like he let off the throttle. He just lost throttle.
no, sort of coasted down the back straight and then that was it. Pulled over. Right, back to life now on you.
Cool.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
14 seconds on you. Right, there's a car. He's just gone off ahead as well. He's relatively tumbling, but he's still like 16 ahead.
Yeah, Marsh.
Yeah.
I'm not going to push crazy hard for Angel because he's keeping. I've been lapping all right the last few laps, and he's kept this gap. So I'd really have to be throwing the car around to try and catch him up. So
Yeah, he's doing the 22.
I'll just take it easy.
23 flat.
It's very easy to lose your concentration. Just get weird on the grass here, or come off the curb a bit sharp. Just saw the leaders coming down the home straight.
Bravo, bravo.
Bravo.
Is that what he said?
I think so.
Big fan of the Manchester City goalkeeper.
Is he
That joke's wasted on you, isn't it? I was just thinking as I was saying that.
Jacob pulled over again.
I think the leaders are behind him.
Yeah, he went like big time now. Oh, there he is, he's back now.
Hannibal's just called someone an idiot. I think it's tough. This is tough. We could have some people run off the road here late on. Oh shit. Ah! Like that, for example.
Like,
That was fairly good timing, all things considered, I think.
No eres tonto, chaval. No eres tonto, madre mía.
tiny. There's no one in the pits. So, where's all this rage coming from?
Coming to 5 to go.
It's been very rage-free, this race.
Yeah, it's a very clean from the Renault race. Also, I haven't been in it for a while, so. Leaders 10 back.
Right, so I need to fight the leaders so I can get the lucky dog, right? Or is that a different thing? That's a different thing.
Ketchup and mustard on
Right.
it. On the lucky dog.
Lucky dog. It's not an easy place to let people by, actually, all things considered. They'll have
It's
to
a very
be,
hard track to pass on.
they'll have to be very just patient. I'll just hold my line and wait because they'll have the speed on me. I mean, the fact they're lapping me would suggest they're not going to have a problem in speed. So
I think he might be alright. You know, he's 9 back, so I think if he does catch it, it'll be the very last lap.
yeah. In which case we will be alright on fuel because I'll be doing one less lap.
That's true. But if he's right behind you and you've got no chance of a position,
I don't at the minute. No, I was going to say.
No.
See how it goes. I think they're racing each other pretty hard though. There's not much of a gap there.
22.8.
not as well. Try and finish that last lap because you never know. You'll get 2 or 3 places.
It's a bit wide in the braking zone there and nearly got a wheel on the line. Jacob's gone now.
You need to pay a bit more attention to your lines.
To my what?
Your lines. You can use your opposite.
This is not the time to be changing lines, so, to be honest, all things considered. Alright, now we're near the end of your race, let's start changing the way you drive.
Let's see if I can learn anything.
Oh, right. Well, that's very flattering. Yeah.
More like relative and looking ahead and stuff
Yeah.
than anything else. But I'm aware of you driving around, but I'm more looking at the other stuff.
I know you're out there somewhere, you know. It's right between 4th and 5th, that last corner. It's right.
That's up line corner as well, isn't it?
Most of them are. That one is. Not as bad, but you can't see the exit. There's Angel, I just saw going into turn 1. Don't know if I'm catching him.
22.7.
It's quite a good lap, 22 for this stage.
Couple more laps.
Yeah, you don't tend to get tyre wear in this.
Probably a bit more today just with the heat, that's what I was worried about. But then I've been conserving them, haven't I?
So he's 3.3 back, so he's probably going to catch you in 2 laps.
He'll catch me this lap, mate.
You reckon?
I don't know. I think the first 2 will catch me, I don't think Christian will catch me. Doesn't really matter either way, I'll be a lap down. It'd be great if he could pass me and catch Angel, because that might throw Angel off a little bit. But
8.5 back. Can you see him now?
Start spotting that entry to pit road, man.
I
We're
can
getting
see the
close.
blue flag anyway. Is he that big black rectangle in my right mirror?
He's probably catching him into the
23.4.
hairpin.
Coming to the white flag this time.
Just stay left. You're not close enough yet.
Right side.
There you go.
Clear.
Clear. It's a good thing about that bit of track, you can just go straight there and you come back on.
He wasn't close enough in the hairpin, so I just let him go on exit.
No.
I was taking a much wider line through there. Though.
Right, Ricardo behind you.
Go left, Ricardo. I'll let him go because I know he's chasing us, man. I wouldn't normally back off that much, but when it's the last lap of the race and they're chasing each other, I'm fine with that.
Right, now, because he passed you,
I'm on the last lap.
you're on the white flag lap.
Yeah. This is the end of my race. Coming up now. Ah.
Even though you weren't when
Yeah.
you were still on the lead lap.
Well, I can't do more laps than the leader, can I? Well, hey, we finished. I'm not unhappy with that. I'd have liked a few more places, but that was just a very clean and fast race. So.
It was a clean race with a lot of quick people in it. Here we go. Well done.
Check the flag, man.
22.4, quickest lap.
Fucking awful. Friday was
It's all right.
fucking awful. I mean, you know, it all starts on our part on Friday too, but
Oh, Chad's not happy.
We'll get qualified better. We'll do what we can with the pit stop.
Use the phrase "fucking awful," which is a bit harsh, I think. There you go.
Oh, I thought we had chat on.
Great race.
Oh yeah, I've got chat on.
What's that? No, I meant Chad, my, Jimmy Johnson's crew chief.
Sorry.
My spot pack.
Somebody on the place. My controls were all messed up with this car. None of the buttons do what they should.
Yeah, nice win, Martin. Good race, everybody. That was a hell of a pace. I think for a first race back in the car after a couple of weeks, that wasn't too bad. Da 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 da. You guys ready for me back in the pits? I don't want a Daniel Ricciardo situation.
Pit box in 10,
And here's my man.
5, 2, 1, bingo.
And those are the results. So I was the first car a lap down. Really not on the pace of those guys at all though. I mean, I was never going to touch them. So that's alright. Started 21st, we did at least make 2 places. Had a pretty event-free race. What did I get? 3x in the end, I think? 3-4x, something like that. Oh, my mouse is doing something funny now. 4x, that's fine.
The mouse.
You up?
Your mouse.
My mouse? Yeah, my mouse.
Yeah, lost a bit of both.
That's alright. I couldn't have done much more in that race, that's fine.
No. I mean, next guy ahead of you is 2.372, so.
That's fine. Well, thanks for spotting for me, James.
No worries, didn't do a lot, didn't have a lot to do. It seems like every time we spot for somebody, there's not a lot going on.
Yeah, I always get the event for one spotting for you or Eric or Steve. Well, thanks. Thanks if anybody watched that or watches it. Thank you. Bye bye.